Hello folks, very warm welcome to another video. We're in the Microsoft Sim as per usual, and we're featuring this aeroplane for the last time, at least the last time in this series of videos. This is of course the Flysimware Cessna 414AW Chancellor. It has finally ended its beta run and has made it to general release status. Hats off to the developer, hats off to everyone who's contributed towards making this aeroplane really one of the best GA aeroplanes, I think, in the sim. Those of us that got on board early adopters in the beta program, probably took a bit of a risk. I think this aircraft costs about 40 US, probably still does cost about 40 US, which is a fair chunk of change for a beta. But the developer said, he gave us his word that if we bought into that and provided him with feedback, then he would make this aeroplane a good machine. And that's exactly what he's done through many updates. Many updates. It felt like at times that the updates would never end. But we got there, folks. Version 2.7.0 is what you're seeing in this video. We are flying in the Nantucket Airlines livery, which may give you a clue as to where this flight will take place. I'll show you that in a little nav map though. Will only be a short flight, folks. A little hop across to a place that might rhyme with Nantucket. Well, not only does it rhyme with Nantucket, it is bloody Nantucket. Yes, folks, we're in the northeast of the United States of America today. A place that I don't fly to very often at all. Massachusetts. I can say it, don't ask me to spell it. Begin our journey in a place called New Bedford Regional. Kilo Echo Whiskey Bravo. And we're going to end up in Nantucket. Yeah, oh boy, it's bloody tempting to pull out a few limericks, I got to tell you, but I will refrain. So yeah, New Bedford and Nantucket via Martha's Vineyard. The VOR sitting there, Martha's Vineyard. Someone famous died in an aircraft accident up here. I really should do my research. Martha's Vineyard just got triggered there. I'll find out. And mention that during the flight. Also during the flight, we're going to look at the changelog, the latest changelog. And this, as I said, this will be the final video in the series. It won't be the last time I fly the aeroplane, and I may feature it in a future video, but I've kind of tracked the development of this beta. So I feel like it's only appropriate that I do a video when it's reached general release. So that's what we're going to do. Short flight, folks, about 50 nautical miles. 67 to be precise, mate. I thought it was 50. 67 because I've plugged in an instrument approach expecting low vis at Nantucket. Wind is 230 at 1 statute mile. Yes. Hence the ILS. Planned ILS anyway. We'll see how it is when we get there. Let's go flying, folks. Alright, lined up runway 14 here, folks, at New Bedford. And yes, I checked online, and of course you can believe everything you read online, can't you? JFK Jr., his wife and his sister-in-law were also on board that fateful afternoon. Goes back a fair way. I should have paid more attention to my research, but they were the people that died in a plane crash off of Martha's Vineyard back in the day. Of course, there's lots of conspiracies that he's still alive, and wasn't he supposed to come back at some point in the last couple of years? Him and his father were meant to appear where JFK Sr. was shot on the plaza. Supposed to reappear. One of the many horseshit conspiracies that mob believe. Anyway, folks, we are set for takeoff here, I think. We've got a transponder sorted. Trim's going to be okay. We're all good, I think. Lights, camera, action, and all that sort of stuff. 5,000 plugged in. Crosswind from the right-hand side. Let's give it some juice and get out of here. Oh, beautiful sound. Really has done a fantastic job, Mr. Flysimware, with this aeroplane. Just all aspects of it have been tweaked and improved. Textures, sounds, flight models, systems, the whole shebang. Fantastic work. Alright, up through about 70, up through 80 now. We'll rotate momentarily. Around about that. We are fairly light today. We can rotate. There we go. Up we go. Positive rate, gear up and all that. Flight imbalance a little bit. There we go. No flaps to worry about today. That's a fair old breeze from the right hand side. Ah, oh, beautiful, eh? New England, I think is what you Yanks call this part of the world, don't you? Hey, lovely. Take a look out the window. Yeah, don't get up here very often, as I said. Probably should we should change that. Nice challenging weather up here as well, isn't there? And we'll make a gentle right hand turn, take up our track direct at Martha's Vineyard. I'm getting bumped around a little bit here. Let's come back on those props a tad. Not in a hurry to get to our cruise of 5,000. Really not. Rather enjoy the scenery. Speaking of which, hello Jude. Nice to have you on board. Now Jude, in one of our recent videos, I had a viewer comment that I had been, what's his term that he used? I was cringe AF, Jude. Cringe AF. Now I had to look up what the AF part was. I'm old, I'm not hip, but I agree with you, mate. It was a cringy video, but most of them are. The whole channel is cringe, mate. So yeah, that's kind of, well, look, it's all in the eye and the ear of the beholder, I suppose. But look, I make no apologies. These videos are pure nonsense, folks, and I'm basically creating a relationship with a character in a flight simulator. Yeah, I'm that lonely. It's gonna get cringy, I'm afraid. Anyway, look, I enjoy myself, and I hope that I don't offend anyone. There's absolutely no offence intended by anything I do. I make myself laugh, if nothing else. Anyway, folks, we'll continue the climb en route towards Nantucket via Martha's Vineyard in the cruise. I'll pull up the changelog. We'll go through that quickly, then we'll shoot an approach into Nantucket. I was planning an instrument approach, but the visibility looks absolutely fantastic. I'm not sure what's going on there. Yeah, that's the plan. Short video. I'll see you in the cruise. Continuing the climb, folks. I've just realised that this flight is going to be even shorter than I thought, so I've got to get on with the job of sharing the changelog with you. Beautiful day, this part of the world. Absolutely beautiful. Unless the sim is misrepresenting live weather, I don't know what's going on. Anyway, folks, the changelog. Shall we do it? Okay, it's version 2.7.0. The developer is calling it a full release. New features. The tablet weather page now has a working climate control for the cockpit. Oh, we might have a look at that. Okay, may get updated during the regular updates once out of beta. So we should expect this aircraft to continue to get better. Fantastic. We will be making a video tutorial on how to use the aircon, heater, etc. to maintain the correct temperature. Alright, click sounds now added to the 750 touchscreen. Yes, actually I noticed that. And updates. Fuel selectors turn on and off, or turn off with the cold and dark option. Mixture and prop levers now start in the off position when loading. Yep, I didn't notice that wasn't the case. De-ice for the windshield is working again. Yep. Overspeed warning 200 knots. Okay. Fuel page on the tablet now shows metric for hybrid sim settings. Okay. Ready for takeoff label on the tablet config pages. Page now says start engines. We recently removed the nav1 Morse code, etc. Okay. There we go. I don't remember what version I featured in the last video. Probably 2.5. Would that be correct? Because it was 2.6. Maybe it was 2.6. I don't know. Anyway, folks, that is the most recent changelog. We should just about be at the cruise. Perfectly. Nice little segue there, Georgie. As we're currently overhead the vineyard. Is that what it's called? People refer to it as the vineyard. Cool cats. You know, cool cats that use AF in their descriptions. Would they call this the vineyard? Or is it Martha's joint? I don't know, folks. If you hail from this part of the world, let me know in the comments. There it is. I don't know which side of the vineyard. I'm just going to run with that, folks. Which side of the vineyard JFK wife and sister-in-law went in on. From memory, it was a spiral dive, wasn't it? The graveyard spiral, I think, was the official line. But of course, as I said, conspiracy theorists believe that he is still alive, as is his missus. And yes, pure horseshit, folks. If you believe that, and if you believe that he was coming back and would reappear and somehow help Trump get re-elected, from memory, wasn't it? Something like that. If you believe that stuff, folks, you're beyond help. We make the turn, Georgie, out towards Nantucket, which would be that one over there. Yeah, we're going to be there in like 8 minutes from now, so we're getting along at a fair old clip with the tailwind to boot. Very, very nice. Was planning an instrument approach, folks. I won't bother, it's going to be a visual. I'll see you for it. But before I see you for that, I just thought I'd have a quick little play with the climate control thing. So what I've done is turn the cooling on, turn the cool switch on, and what we're seeing is the cabin climate, the temperature is decreasing. It's still in the red, it's quite hot. It's probably running at about 35 Celsius. That's yeah, rather toasty in the cabin. But it's slowly, you see that little mark, that orange mark, is slowly coming back as I've got the cooler turned up and turned. If I go to high blower, does that make it move even quicker? I don't know how the aircon system works, folks. I'm having a guess. I'm just pointing out or exploring what I saw in the changelog. Anyway, see you for the approach. See, I knew there was a reason I plugged in or planned an instrument approach. I'm going to fly the ILS to runway 24, folks. Beautiful weather until we crossed the coastline, about 7 miles from touchdown. And then she's turned into this. So we're currently flying a sort of a downwindish leg. We're gonna join the ILS on a runway 24. That's the plan. Might let Georgie fly us. Haven't done one of those in this aeroplane, I don't think. So this could be a nice little challenge. We'll see you in a bit. Alright, hand-flown ILS, folks. Absolutely butchered it. We are below the glide slope. We're on the localizer though. I'm happy with that, but very ordinary join to the ILS. But anyway, there's a runway out there. We've got, I'm going to call, yeah, visual. We're okay. Speed's coming back. Bring the props into full. Speed's under control. We're good. Looks like the breeze is definitely favouring an arrival on 224. That's helpful. Yeah, now we're getting high on the glide. Yeah, when you're out of practice flying ILSs, it tends to show. A little definitely high now. Well high at speed. They're coming in way too hot here. It's 110 knots. Come right back off that juice. And need to bleed that speed off a little bit. Runway 24, Nantucket. Go into a flare, bleed that speed off a little bit. Nice gentle touchdown, hopefully on the centre line, fella. There we go, pretty close anyway. Light bit of braking. Will we get off at the next taxiway? Heavy on the brakes. Yeah, we'll do it. Never in doubt. Folks, thanks for your company in another video. That has been a look at the full release, as the developer Flysimware terms it. Full release of the Cessna 414AW Chancellor. Fantastic aeroplane. Hats off again to the developer for continuing to make it even better. We will see you in a future video, folks. Keep enjoying your simming. I hope you stay well, and bye for now.